It has been a while since I've had a collection of movies that I was going to review all together that are actually great films. Well, at least the majority of them. But I'd have to say that these 4 out of 5 films were excellent movies, and I'm really, really excited to talk about them with you guys. So, hi, I'm Awesome Joe, and welcome to another episode of Awesome Joe's Awesome Movie Reviews, playback to back movie reviews. And we're going to be discussing some really great films that I myself personally didn't think that I was going to enjoy, but in the end, I happen to have put myself in the position of loving these movies. Like I said before, the majority of them, there's at least 1 or 2 of them in there that I'm not very satisfied with. I mean, it's very watchable, but it's not very much to the point to where you would call it an excellent film. So let's go ahead and get started here with one of the films that I was really excited for, and at the end I was even more excited with, having to be very satisfied with a film such as this one. So first on the list is Don't Breathe. This movie rocked, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Now, I'm not a big fan on horror movies, but when I saw the preview for this film, I thought, brilliant. Just brilliant. I mean, this movie is such a spectacular film from beginning to middle to end, and the more you continue to watch this film, the more anticipation that's built up into you to wondering what's gonna happen next. And you get a lot of it in this film. So this movie is directed by, excuse me if I am very bad at pronouncing these names, but Fede Alvarez, and it's starring, of course, Stephen Lang. Stephen Lang plays an ex-veteran who is a blind man who lives in this home, and he's being robbed by several young adults, played by Jane Levy and Dylan Minnette. And this movie is such an awesome film. I mean, through and through. I recommend you guys to go and watching this film because, I mean, it is so amazing. It's so unique. It's so original. I don't know if it's based on any books or if it's a remake, but I'd have to say that this movie here alone itself is a spectacular film. I love it through and through, and I know that if you guys have watched it, you would agree with me so the same. And on Rotten Tomatoes, they rated this movie an 87%. And for Awesome Joe's percentage, I give it a little bit higher up to a 91. So I agree with the percentages. This is an awesome film. I mean, brilliantly awesome. And it's a great movie to watch, especially when you are alone and in the dark. And it's a great experience. And I recommend you guys to go and watch it. So Don't Breathe, awesome movie. Let's go ahead and jump on to the next one here, you guys. So before I jump on to the next film here, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that I really do thank you guys for watching my videos, for participating, commenting, liking, subscribing, so on and so forth on both my YouTube page and on my Facebook page. And I do several movie reactions to several movies that I watch on Snapchat. So if you guys don't know me on social media, you can always look me up on Awesome Joe or Awesome Joe's Awesome Movie Reviews. So I want to thank you guys again for having to do such an incredible job, having to watch my movies and to becoming great fans of my videos. So let's go ahead and get on to this next video here that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys. The next one we're going to be talking about is Patriots Day. Now, I wasn't too familiar with this film when I first saw the previews. I'm just thinking, oh, Marky Mark on in in another film. So, because we got him from Lone Survivor to Deepwater Horizon, and now we're on Patriots Day. So, and to be honest with you, Marky Mark is an excellent actor, but sometimes he's in some terrible films like the Transformers movies, for example. But this movie, oh my God, an all-American movie. This is based on true events on the April 2013 Boston Marathon bombing. and I had no idea about this bombing. I had no idea about it. I mean, I probably wasn't around during the time of when it took place. Like I wasn't watching television or something, so forth. But this really took a huge amount of a big scar on the American world when when this occurred, and this really touched a lot of people, and it touched me too. I was rooting for the good guys in this movie. I mean, hardcore. I'm just like, man, this movie really got me and really inspired me. And it's directed by Peter Berg, and of course we got Mark Wahlberg who's starring in it, Kevin Bacon, John Goodman, J.K. Simmons, Michelle Monaghan, and Michael Beach. And I mean, an all-star cast, amazing film. I could not get enough of this movie. It was such a movie that I didn't even want to end. I thought it was going to be a short film, like maybe about a little bit between an hour and an hour and a half. But unfortunately, this movie took about close to a little over 2 hours long. And I'd have to say that this movie did the job. I mean, every single second of this film was interesting through and through, from beginning to end. Just like Don't Breathe, this movie really, really kicked it up a huge amount. And on Rotten Tomatoes, they rated it an 81%. But for me, I love this movie a lot, to where I rated it up to a 95. It was an awesome film. I cannot wait to purchase this movie. I mean, it's such a great movie, an awesome film. It'll be part of one of my favorite movies of all time in my collection. So, Patriots Day, what did you guys think about it? You can always comment in the section down below. If you guys agree with me, we can have an awesome conversation regarding towards this movie, or any movie based off of my review video, or any movie that you had in mind in particular. So that's my review for Patriots Day, and let's go ahead and jump on to the next film, you guys. So the next one on the list is an incredible film, Whiplash. And I'm going to tell you guys about Whiplash, man, because, man, I cannot get enough talking about Whiplash. So this movie, of course, we have J.K. Simmons. And J.K. Simmons, oh my God, does he play an immediate asshole throughout this whole entire movie, through and through. You may think that he's playing a really great guy, but actually he is a hardcore composer. He's a hardcore composer. I mean, he is just completely 100% an asshole, and he does great at it. I mean, he does really great films about, you know, like how he was in Patriots Day. He did an incredible job being this really great police officer, and this one right here, he's a complete inconsiderate asshole. I mean, he just disrespects his children. He does the children of who's in the band, and including the star of the film, Miles Teller. And Miles Teller, he's just this student who's trying to make his way through into becoming a really good drummer, and to be on J.K. Simmons' composing team. But like I said, J.K. Simmons is his character is 100% very complicated to get through, to reach to his potential. But all in all, this movie was 100% awesome. I mean, just so awesome that on Rotten Tomatoes they rated it a 94%, and just like Patriots Day, I give this movie a 95%. It is that good, you guys. It is so good. I didn't even know what I was going to be watching, but I heard it was a great film, so I took the opportunity to go ahead and give this a chance and watch it, and I loved it from beginning to end. Another amazing film, you guys. Amazing. Don't Breathe, Patriots Day, and Whiplash. Oh my God, these movies are so amazing. I recommend you guys to go and watch them if you have not watched them. Even if you did watch them again. They're that good. They are watchable. They are enjoyable. They are very entertaining. Great movies, you guys. Let's go on to the next film. Everything. This is one that I knew from the beginning was not going to enjoy. And I was right, and I'll let you guys know why. So this is your very average teenage love drama story. It's kind of like Twilight without the vampires and the werewolves. It's just, you know, you have the star of this movie, which is Amandla Steinberg, I believe it is. And then you, of course, you got the Romeo of the movie, Nick Robinson, and it's directed by Stella Meggy, and I know it's based off of a book, but this movie, I don't know, it caught my attention to wanting to watch it because I wanted to give it a chance. But if I'd have to say, this movie wasn't really up to the potential of being an excellent film like all the other ones. But this one, as a matter of fact, I would have to just not really go with it. It's not a movie that I would love to want to watch again. If it's any movies, if it's any movie that's compared to any other one, I would have to say like the movie Me Before You. That one's an okay film. I mean, but it's a lot better compared to this. But it's about a girl who's trapped in her home because she has a disease that if she were to be out in the outside world, whatever she catches, it's going to immediately kill her. So her home is like a plastic bubble, and she has to stay as healthy as she can, as possibly as she can. And of course, this new neighbor arrives, which is the Romeo of the movie, and of course they meet each other, they fall in love, so on and so forth. I mean, it's a typical teenage drama. It's a coming of age film that really doesn't really buy my attention at all whatsoever. But I gave it a shot, and me as a movie critic, I didn't really go for the movie as much as you would intend to. But the movie on Rotten Tomatoes is rated a 46%, and I'd have to go a little bit downer to a 38%. It's not an enjoyable movie. It's not a rewatchable one. It's just a movie, and it's out there now. But it's okay, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend you go and watch it. It's not a life-changing film like all the other ones. So this one, everything, that's my ratings. If you have a different opinion based off of these, you can always leave a comment in the comment section down below, and we'll have an awesome conversation about it. So let's go ahead and jump on to the final film that I'll be reviewing for you guys today. And so finally, we're going to go ahead and end this review with another awesome film, The Martian. And The Martian, I will let you guys know as to why this movie is such an awesome film to watch and rewatch over and over again. So The Martian stars Matt Damon, and Matt Damon is the star of the film, who is what you would call the Martian. That's why you call this movie The Martian. And we got several others. It's an all-star cast. I love films that have an all-star cast because they can bring the brilliance of every single insignificant actor and make this really incredible film. And it's directed by Ridley Scott, and Ridley Scott has been having a very terrible habit of making some terrible films. And unfortunately, when he came up with The Martian, oh my God, bravo, bravo, bravo. And we got Jessica Chastain in the movie, Kristen Wiig, Jeff Daniels, Michael Pena, Kate Mara, Sean Bean, Sean Astin, and Chidwell Ejiofor. And this movie is so amazing, you guys. So amazing. I love on how the movie doesn't even procrastinate to be what the movie is. It just starts off from the very beginning and through all the way to the very end. I love it when movies stand with how the movie is entitled with. You have the movie entitled with that one, and you stick with it, you stay with it, you don't try to push it into any other different direction. You keep it on the same path that is intended to. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 91%, and me, I love this movie to where I even picked it up to a 94%. Brilliant movie, bravo. I mean, I wish we could get more movies that Ridley Scott has been directing to make them as great as The Martian. Why can't these directors ever get that? You just gotta stick to your guns, stick to what the movie is intended to be. So that's my ratings for all these 5 movies. 4 incredible movies. What did you guys think? Have you watched them? Have you not watched them? What are your opinions? You can always throw some comments in the comment section down below, and always have an awesome conversation with Awesome Joe. So I know I threw myself out there as a third person, but Anyways, as I was saying, I'm Awesome Joe. Thank you guys so much for taking the opportunity to watching my videos. You guys are a huge inspiration to me and my videos. I love to talk about movies, and more importantly, I love to talk about them with you guys. And as always, stay awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.